Not every voice deserves influence in your life. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. And not every person speaking into your decisions should have access to your thinking. Because the wrong voice can delay your confidence. It can distort your judgment and it can weaken your courage. Many people do not fail because they lack potential. They fail because they've given the wrong people too much influence. So today, I want to talk about something critical for leadership, personal growth, and most importantly, your commercial edge. How to filter the voices around you before they shape a future you do not want. They shape a business you cannot run. We live in a world where advice is everywhere. Social media advice, family advice, friend advice, workplace advice, community advice, and unsolicited advice overall. Everyone has something to say about how you should live life, how you should lead, how you should build, how you should marry, how you should grow, how you should even speak. But here's the truth. Many people never learn early enough. Access does not equal authority. And the truth is that just because someone is close to you does not mean they should shape your decisions. Just because someone is loud does not mean they are wise. Just because someone is confident does not mean they are always correct. And just because someone loves you does not mean they see clearly. It could be all distorted views. Here's what maturity means. It means learning to choose your influences carefully. So let me give you a simple filter which you would use going forward. I call it the voice filter framework. Before you allow someone's voice to begin to shape your thinking, there are 5 key questions you need to ask yourself. And the first question is, has this person built what they're advising me about? Do they have the spirit, the DNA, the understanding? If someone is advising me about their business, have they built that business? Sometimes that exact business. If someone is advising me about leadership, have they actually led people? If someone is advising me about discipline, do they show discipline in their own life? If someone is advising me about values, about marriage, about parenting, about execution, about courage or growth, is it evidential in their life? Because the example is who you become. The example is who you see. The example is what you follow. So it doesn't mean they have to be perfect, because there's no human being that is perfect. But it does mean their voice should come from a place of lived reality, not just theory. In this case of influence, experience matters. The second question is, does this person want my growth or comfort? This is a big one for me. It's usually the first one I actually ask. Does this person want to see me grow, or do they like to see me in my comfort zone? Some people genuinely want your growth. Others simply say you're comfortable and you're good. And those are not the same thing. The people who want your comfort will say, don't push yourself too much. This may be too much for you right now. And then some people will say, why are you trying so hard? Someone will say, you are doing very good where you are. Do not disturb the peace of where you are. But this is fine if you've reached the place where you feel you need rest. But when there is growth at hand, people will remind you you can do better. You are capable of more. There's more beneath this potential. Somebody will say, step up. Someone will say, try again. Growth voices are not always soft. Some of them are tough, but they are valuable. The third question is, do I respect this person? 1. 2, do I respect their life, not just their words? People exemplify what they live. They don't only speak about who they are. Their life, their discipline, their consistency, that is particular to me. Consistency, their values, their integrity, and their self-leadership. Because advice coming from a life you do not respect will rarely land well. You may hear it. Sometimes you may nod with a smile. Sometimes you even quote what they said, but you will not deeply, radically implement it. Influence requires respect to implement. The fourth question is, does this voice expand my thinking, or does it shrink it? The right voices will stretch you. It may sound ridiculous sometimes. It may sound unconventional, but they challenge your assumptions. They help you see possibilities you have not yet considered. They increase your capacity to think bigger and better. The wrong voices reduce you. They normalize smallness to you. They make fear sound wise. They make mediocrity sound realistic. They make you settle. Voices you must be careful of are voices that constantly reduce your vivid imagination of your future. And then the fifth question, does this voice move me into action? Execution is your final test, because influence is not really influence if it does not change anything. Do you actually act on what this person says? Do their words help you move forward? Do they sharpen your decisions? Do they produce results? Because the voice that truly matter are the ones that make you pause, one, reflect, document, and then most importantly, act. When I was in transition between my previous business that failed completely and the one I built, people told me that it's time to rest. Maybe this is a sign that you have to wait. Maybe this is a sign that you have to take time off. Mind you, I just lost my husband and I'd been down for almost 2 years. So trying to come up after 2 years, I had to ask myself a question. Is this voice telling me to go back and rest on my laurels or try and rise from my depression? Well, that voice tried to stop me looking back. But there was a voice that came into my life. And the voice said, you have that ability to do it, but it's your choice to get up from this pit of depression. You have that ability. I saw it on the first day. I knew who you were. So I would leave this to you to make the decision. Here are the next steps if you are willing, because you can. And you know what I did? I specifically reflected on these thoughts. I specifically acted on their request, and I went back and documented the thoughts they shared. I drilled it down, and then started to execute it. And it was my first journey to coming back. Sometimes the voice that is telling you to rest means well. They see you, they see the way you look, they see your level of wellness, and they tell you rest because it's difficult. But you have to decide through prayer, through reflection, is this what I need to do now? And when another voice comes and is contrary, that's confirmation with your gut. And at this point is what I call the influential voice. So here's the truth. Your mind, it doesn't matter where you are coming from, in business, in life, in love, in relationships, it's a leadership space. And leadership spaces require gatekeepers. Not every opinion deserves that access. Not every voice deserves influence, but the right voices will sharpen your thinking. They will strengthen your courage. They will move you forward in ways you have not thought about. So it's time to choose carefully, guard your mind carefully, and protect your future intentionally, no matter where you've reached. These 5 will change the way you think. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who is learning to guard their mindset. And don't forget, subscribe, because on this channel, we build the human skills, the leadership thinking, and the wisdom that actually transforms lives and moves you forward. Take care.